Okay, so continuing with it, front end is the part which you see. The back end is a part which you can't see, but it processes all the things. And database where the data is stored. External services for analytics, like Google Analytics is a very famous one. And SendGrid, there are many things. Twilio, suppose WhatsApp is using some external API, so that is external services. And the most important part is servers. So servers are the thing, like where your data comes from, where what is serving your web client. So coming next to this, what is HTML, CSS, JavaScript? I guess everyone knows. So basically HTML is a skeleton, CSS is a styling for it, and JavaScript is the functionality. So this is how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript works to make a website. Coming next. Okay, so if you are a web developer, front-end developer, for to be specific, it has to work in all the devices. It should be proper. Like it shouldn't be like text is cropping a bit on my phone, and but on my laptop it is working fine. So JavaScript, basically, I believe that JavaScript is the king, as JavaScript is both on the front end, back end, API integration. You can do everything with JavaScript. So coming to JavaScript, like JavaScript, there's a daily like new framework coming out, not daily, but yes, very frequent. So first you need to go with HTML, then CSS, then Bootstrap is a framework. Like you can learn any frameworks, but Bootstrap is a very famous one. And afterwards, there are many things like Vue, Angular, React, Node.js, and so on. So like if you are planning to build a career in web development, how do you build it? So there are many fields. Like there's one UX or UI designer which designs the web page. Suppose this PPT, the arrows, the colors, these are decided by the UI UX designers. So if you are a UI front end developer, so what you will need to do is you will take the designs and you will draw, like the designer will draw for you, and you have to code it in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And a backend developer, he will just code the backend part, give you the APIs, and you have the front end developer with integrated. So if you go like front end and back end, it's an application developer. Design and front end, it's UI. And if you are researching and designing, that means you are giving some taking some user experience input, like on clicking this, how much duration does he stays? Is this the right place to place a button or not? So as I said, front end, back end, and full stack. Basically, front end is the what you see, back end is what you don't see, and full stack is one man army. Like he can build both. So coming to stacks, like this is a very generic introduction. So stacks basically, every website is built up of some technology. So these can be called up stacks. Like MongoDB is the database. Express is the Node.js framework from which APIs are produced. And Mern, it is used React, and in Mean Angular, and Node.js for backend. And LAMP and LEMP are the two more stacks which are not mentioned over here, and very few people know about it. So LAMP is basically the PHP websites builds are running on LAMP stack. Apache and Nginx are two servers. Like I told about web servers on this. So AWS, Google Cloud Platform, these are servers, and these provide you a Linux machine. Suppose you have a PC over here, you can, if you keep your PC 24/7 on, you can definitely host a website. But using AWS, these are cloud platforms on which you can build your website. Like you can put up your code there, use it like a virtual machine. It's a PC on the cloud, for example, and from there you can use Nginx or Apache to get this website live. So suppose I am giving an example. How is Google.com working? So you loaded this, right? Now what happens is your web browser has requested a page. Okay. Now there's something called DNS, which is domain name service. Now it will check like there is a Google.com. Like every student has a name. My name is Harsh. So if someone calls me Harsh, I will definitely turn back to him. So basically, what happens if I call up google.com, it will search like which IP is like mapped to google.com. Suppose there are two database, Harsh for like there are one database in which a table is there. Suppose something like this, one like date and topic. So date is google.com, like name is to google.com, and there will be one IP. So it will hit that IP, get the our code, and serve it to you. You can see it in network tab. If I'm refreshing it, this is the call which I'm getting, and you can preview it and response it. You can see what happens. These are all the logs and the things that you get. If I give it to all, you can see these are the requests, google.com. So it sends me an HTML page with this, and all the like Google logo is coming differently. All the things are coming up differently. So this is what happens when you click open a website. So like this is the same thing. I won't. So Stack Overflow is a very famous platform where you can get answers to all your questions. So if you are a developer and you don't know this, it's like you should know this. Basically, whenever you are googling out, this is very basic. Like I'm googling out anything, so I will just type suppose mean Stack full from and Stack Overflow. So like there will be many questions stacked on Stack Overflow, which you can get it. Coming out to learning, how should you learn web development on my perspective? Like traditional learning is like you are told, now you will learn about it. You will just then again go and solve a problem. And what is problem-based learning? Like I will give you one problem, you have to solve it by learning. So we will be approaching problem-based learning because problem-based learning will give you many things like ownership, creativity, and all. So yes, it's happening now or never. So this is the correct time for you to become a web developer, either full stack, front end, back end. We will be giving you full like relaxability on like whatever you can choose and you can go on. And yes, you are connected with me on WhatsApp, so no. So talking about this course, we will be dealing with many things like front end and back end. So coming on the front end part, first we will going to front end on this part. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Tomorrow or like the next day we'll be learning about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And then the frameworks like Bootstrap and Material UI. This comes under the styling part, how you style a website. And now you will mostly use jQuery to instead of JavaScript. For API integration, you will use Ajax, Axios, all these in API integration. Like you are getting a API, and API is something like providing you data. Like it will provide you data from the backend, or you can post some data to the backend from that API. So it's basically API is a connection between front end and backend. You can say that. So these are some tools using which we integrate API that is connecting front end and back end. And these are some like dynamic, if you want to make a website like dynamic, so React, JS, Angular, and Vue. So we won't be going deep into this as we will be focusing more on these topics as it's a beginner friendly. If you are interested, we can definitely learn with these alongside. On the backend side, coming to the backend side, database again, like MongoDB or SQL, like ProstgreSQL, there are many. So we will be going on with MongoDB right now, as it's very like emerging and famous. And it's no SQL. There are two types. This is NoSQL and this is SQL. SQL, there will be a table format. Like this is a table. Now you can't store anything outside the table. So in NoSQL, what happens? There is no table. There are objects. So you can store n number of rows. Like I wanted to store 3 in this, 2 in this. So I can do that, but not in like tables. You can definitely keep a field empty, but like you can't keep extra data. So you already know that JavaScript is a king and it can be used everywhere. So these are the things built on JavaScript. And if you want to dive deeper, so JavaScript, there's a thing called TypeScript. So you can learn along JavaScript. So JavaScript, you don't give types like there is int a. You can't give that. So in TypeScript, you can define it as a number or a string. So that's the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript. So how does it go? First, we will be learning about like I will be training you on front end, back end, databases, mini projects, building resume and everything. You can have doubt sessions with me. I am 24/7 available, but like not a night. So you can contact me anytime. Then you will be evaluated on a small 5 days. Like I will be evaluating you on what you have learned and everything. You can improve accordingly. I will be giving feedback. We will be building up projects, of course. Like your first project will be tomorrow itself, like means the next day. And at last, we will be doing one internship at TechTable. If you are very good and we feel that yes, you can like you have learned a lot and you can apply. I guess